Hello everyone, welcome to another tutorial, and today we're going to talk about probably my favorite thing to work on, which is intonation. You know that word, it sort of strikes fear into the heart of probably every single string player, right, who's trying to master the instrument. And you know, we always try to play in tune, right? I mean, how often have you heard, oh man, that was not in tune, or you know, my hand was super tight, I couldn't play in tune, I really tried. And you know, it's such a difficult thing to do, because you know, when you play in tune, you don't just sort of press the right buttons on your fingerboard. You know, you actually also help to convey the meaning of what you're saying. So it goes much, much beyond just playing in tune, you know, putting your fingers in the right place. So I'm going to give you a little tip of how to improve your intonation, okay? I like to imagine intonation a little bit like this. Say, if you've never visited a city, right? You're visiting it for the first time. What is the first thing you do? You get a map, right? You draw up a list of landmarks that you want to visit, and you use that map to get there. Take the train here, change here, walk right, that monument is there, boom, you're there. And you'll probably have to use this map for the entirety of that first visit. Now, let's say you really, really love this city, right? And you want to go back there again. And so the second time you go there, you probably would need your map, you know, maybe you discover new things. Yes, you need a map. And you have a great time, you go home, right? You think, oh man, I love this place, I'm gonna go there again. The third time you go there, right? If you want to visit the same places that you've been before, you might not need the map anymore. Why? Because you've committed all of these things to your memory, right? You've got a map. The map is actually inside of your head rather than a physical map. Okay, so this here fingerboard is like that city, right? You're gonna visit it and you're going to commit to memory all these places on your fingerboard. Now, you know, it's not just the sound of something, you know, that tells you that it's in tune. It's also, from a performer's standpoint, it's also the feel, right? Every note has a feeling. It's a feeling, right? You've got this inner map, and let's say you're gonna play B. Yeah? Now, I know that that's gonna be a B. It's gonna be a B. Before I've even played it, it's gonna be a B before I even play it, because in my head, there's a kind of feeling of what that B feels like to play, right? So I put my finger in the right place, right? I don't actually need to try it because I've already tried it, you could say, in my head. So you need to associate the sound of something with how it feels. Now, I hear a lot of students, and I did this too when I was, you know, before, where you play something and then you decide if it's in tune or not. Now, you know, in a concert, you can't be doing that. You have one chance to play something. So you have to know in advance whether it's going to be in tune or not, okay? So it's that inner map that you've got to consult and how it feels. So I always think intonation has a kind of gut feeling. You know, when you feel something with kind of, not your fingers necessarily, but because you're feeling it in advance, that feeling goes through your gut and then it goes into your fingers, okay? So try to feel everything in advance in your head. The next thing is that you have to touch your fingerboard, right? I would like you to imagine your 4 fingers here as having 4 dogs' noses in the tip, okay? You ever seen a dog when it's sort of sniffing for something? You know, it's got a super, super sensitive nose, right? And it can smell that thing that you've asked it to look for. It can smell it from really far away, and it follows the smell until the nose is right on top of it, yeah? Okay, so it's a very sensitive feeling. Now, you never see the dog kind of shove his nose into the ground. You know, his nose is hovering just over the ground until he finds the thing that you've asked him to look for, okay? So this fingertip like this, yeah? It's got that same feeling, like you are so-called smelling for where these notes are. Now, I know that sounds weird, but bear with me, yeah? So you've got this gut feeling for the notes that you're going to play, and you're going to have that dog nose feeling to smell for the right place on the fingerboard. So I'm gonna try to see if I can smell my way around the beginning of Paganini Caprice number 2. And I'm gonna play for you in a kind of quasi practice, practice way to feel my way around the various intervals. And okay, so let's see how we do. Okay, here we go. Sweating from that. Do you sort of see what I mean? Yeah, I don't know if you could see my left hand, but it's like soft and slow and sort of like very sensitive in the fingertip. Okay, and inside my head I have a sort of map that I'm feeling around, the map of this piece that I'm feeling around through my gut. Okay, anyway, you can try it at home in your practice time. Let me know how it goes in the comments below, and happy practicing. See you at the next tutorial.